For the past 6 months, we've been talking about soil compaction, insulated slabs, food forest, permaculture, and spring water systems, all of which are really, really exciting. Today, we can actually talk about a vertical component on the project, and I'm talking about these concrete walls behind me. Hey everybody, this is Chris with LG Squared. This concrete wall is a part of about 150 lineal feet of 8-inch thick concrete wall for this project. This is in the barn. This is 6 feet high, and the wall over at the community house is going to be 9 feet tall. That's going to be broken up with a couple of openings, like some sliding gates and some swing doors. But this wall is going to be exposed on the inside of the barn, and on the outside of the barn is going to be insulation and cladding. On top of this wall, we're going to do our metal framing, and the whole building will be wrapped with that same insulation. Over at the community house, it's going to be all exposed on both sides. When you have exposed concrete, there are a lot of different formwork options. There's board form, there's just your standard plywood form. In our case, we're using formwork that's 2 foot wide by 8 foot long. It's metal formwork, and one side of it is plywood. You can see the texture of that plywood. This seam right here is what is where the 2 forms come together. We've lined up all these seams to create a running bond pattern, which you see a lot in like brickwork. That's a typical running bond pattern. The reason we went with this running bond, this larger scale, because of the size of these walls. That wall over at the community house, again, is 100 feet long. This one's about 60 feet. The scale, the height, and the amount of concrete wall that we have, this makes a lot of sense. Board formed is beautiful, and we would recommend it for any architectural exposed concrete that you might have on a project. But consider scale, consider cost, consider labor and material. All those come into play, but one of the first priorities is aesthetics, scale, and making that work with your budget is all part of our challenge as designers and builders. But we're very excited about this. This is so great. We've finally gone vertical. Real soon we'll be going even higher with our metal framing, and then we're going to wrap all of our buildings in 4 to 8 inches of rock wool insulation. We've got one more slab to go before we're ready for all of our metal framing, and man, that's when it's going to start doing a lot of progress. We really appreciate you checking us out, and if you want to keep following along, be sure to subscribe to our channel, and we have a lot of other social media channels that you can follow for great pictures, blog posts, all that. Just follow the progress of this and all of our other projects.